Hey everyone, it is the Divine Miss Ash coming to you again for a quick and dirty reading. So decks that we are using this week, we are using the EARTHSIDE Divine Tarot. This is on Kickstarter right now. Everybody who pledges for a deck will also receive a PDF printable deck. This is called Clarifying Divine. I'm going to be using these as well. These I just printed and cut at home. And we're using, of course, the Fuckery of Fortunes. And at the end, we will look for unspoken messages of truth and love coming through from the universe. So this reading will be quick. It will be in your face. It will be blunt. It will use language. If that is not for you, then this is not for you. I mean, come on. And if it is, please stay, subscribe, comment, like, come visit me on Instagram at Channeling the Sireness and on my Kickstarter. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna look at earth signs. What do earth signs do now? What is the best thing that they can do now for themselves, their journey? Oh, we were talking about discomfort this morning on Instagram. What do my earth signs do now? You stop complaining about feeling like shit and finally eat some fruit, exercise, and masturbate. I have a comment about that, but it's more of a like friends comment, so we're gonna not make that public. You fucking fight for it because otherwise you will always wonder. And we'll do one more. We'll do 3 today. Oh, that one fell. That one fell. You step into your ability to succeed and don't take no for an answer. All right, so the energies that are coming through for my earth signs is number 1, you need to stop complaining, okay? Take care of yourself. But this is not just about eating some fruit and exercising and masturbating, like making sure you're all pleasured up. This is also about dealing with what you're feeling with. This is what we were talking about, this comfort. You know, we get uncomfortable because our inner world and our outer world aren't meshing. They're out of alignment because we know on the inside that what is around us isn't what we truly want. It's not a place that is conducive for our full growth and alignment and our truth. And so if you feel uncomfortable, you have to do something about it. You can't just sit there, or what's going to happen is it's going to get super painful. And the thing that came up here is a lot of people want it to get painful because they want to be able to say, well, the universe did that. Life did that. Life made these changes. No, you let it get uncomfortable enough that life had to fucking strip it of you and throw bricks in your face. And now you get to say that it just happened. If you are uncomfortable, do something about it before it gets painful. Please. And then you fucking fight for what you want. Because otherwise you are always going to wonder. And this whole energy of like just not feeling good, feeling like shit, is because there is something out there that you keep thinking about, that you keep wondering about, that you keep wanting to just, you want a little bit more information. You want to know what that would look like. You want to know what that would feel like. And granted, we can't predict the future. We don't know. But if you don't fight for it, you are going to wonder and feel like shit the rest of your life. And no amount of fruit and masturbation is going to make you feel better. You step into your ability to succeed and don't take no for an answer. You have the ability to do this. You have the ability to go after what you want. And I understand, okay, there are going to be some people watching this. I already have one person in mind that is like, but what I want is a person. What I want is a relationship with somebody who doesn't want a relationship with me. All right. So when we look at this, have you gone after it? Have you been honest? Have you put it all out on the table? If they still say no, then you need to get to a place where you are at peace with that. That is where your life is in this moment. But if you are wondering about that and you haven't asked, you haven't spoken your truth, you haven't done what you need to do to put yourself out there to find if that's even a possibility for your life, then this energy is saying, do it or stop complaining. That's what this is saying for my earth signs. So let's get some energies from the EARTHSIDE Divine Tarot. Page of Cups, Messenger of Love, the Wheel, and the Star. Underlying energy, Queen of Swords. I know some of you are scared to say something because you feel like you're going to get your head chopped off. I know some of you are worried about how somebody is going to react if they are brutally honest and hurtful towards you. But what this is saying here is messages of love. We're learning about love. This is a time to step up, to expect happy news, to present happy news, and to know that things are changing. Things are shifting. I'm also feeling like for some of these earth signs, and please tap into your own intuition to know if this message is for you, but there are some of you that have to come forward with a message of love in order for your karmic cycle to end. Because you never have before. Because you've never spoken out on your truth. You've never shared your real, authentic truth. And this is going to just keep repeating and repeating and repeating until you take that step. And no matter how it ends, there will be a spiritual healing. There will be a spiritual cleansing. So I want to get clarifying divine. I want to get some clarifying on this energy. There is a past life tie that needs to be explored here. Remember how I said that some of you have never taken this action step. You have never come forward. You have never fought for what you actually want. And then you've just sat around and wondered what would have happened if you did. This is from a past life. You didn't even do it in past lives either. And now you're sitting here at the precipice watching me on my actually pretty decent hair day, and I'm here to tell you, I'm here to be this messenger to say, you know what? This is far deeper than you think it is. And now is the time to break the cycle. Now is the time. Yeah, so I wanted to ask clarifier on this Queen of Swords energy about this fear of like not being scared of what you're going to hear in return. And it says you have no reason to fear. You are safe and protected. And like I said, this energy comes forward of like, no matter what the answer is, number one, you have an answer, so you get to move forward. And number two, there's spiritual healing. It's that star energy. So what does the universe want you to know about this? Okay. The only way to let this go is to come forward and see where it goes. Like with this goodbye energy, I'm pulling a clarifier on this, by the way. This situation has served its purpose. It's time to go. Isn't that funny? We have goodbye and then this situation has served its purpose. So for some of you, this is needing to say goodbye to somebody. For some of you, this complaining about feeling like shit and needing to fight for it is needing to fight for your goodbye. Some of you do want that closure. And that's what this energy is about. And for some of you, you have convinced yourself that that is the only way that you can move on, is to get your goodbye. And all I want to share about that is if you reach out for a goodbye or closure and you don't get an answer, that is your goodbye. You have to be okay with that. The other energy I feel from this is like, it's goodbye to the cycle. It's goodbye to this constant cycle of never fighting for what you actually want. And this very limiting idea and belief that why should I have to fight for it? Like if it's supposed to be here, it would just be here. I shouldn't have to. Well, I am telling you guys, earth signs, what I am seeing here is this is a past life thing. And your lesson is to come out and speak your truth. For you to step into this Queen of Swords, speaking your truth, speaking your honesty energy. And that is how you heal these karmic lessons. All right, earth signs, you probably got the biggest reading here, but felt like there were a couple different strands that needed to be investigated. So let's go ahead and look at some air sign energy. My air signs, what do you need to do? Whoa. You step into your ability to succeed and don't take no for an answer. So we just got that for the earth signs as well. You finally follow your dreams and stop pussyfooting around. Today's energies, guys, with this full moon coming up tomorrow, today's energies are really like, go, go, go. You accept that you're a powerful badass and manifest your dreams to reality. So there's two dream cards here. and a step into your ability to succeed card. So air signs, we are definitely seeing that if you want something, now is the time to go after it. And I understand we've been pulled back, and the whole universe right now, the whole earth right now is on pause. But this is saying, look, don't take no for an answer. Don't give up on your dreams just because everything's on pause. You can manifest your dreams to reality, and that doesn't take action. That takes alignment. So air signs, 8 of Cups, walking away, leaving behind the old. Told you that this is definitely the energy for today. 8 of Pentacles, craftsmanship, dedication, talent, concentration, hard work, ambition. And 10 of Pentacles. All right, underlying energy is 2 of Wands. So this is definitely planning the future. Underneath that, we do have the 3 of Swords. It just tells me that there was some kind of a heartbreak. Like you went after something, you didn't get it, so you're heartbroken. Now you're scared of how to make a decision and move forward. Maybe are you scared more of failure, or are you scared more of success? And maybe that's the road. That's the roads that we're looking at. 2 paths to follow: planning, future-oriented, important decisions, exploration, navigation. This is also an energy of like knowing that you need to be somewhere other than where you are. And maybe that's following your dreams. I also want to bring forward that because now we have 2 dream energies here, that we need to be paying attention to the dreams that we're having while we're sleeping. Last night's was weird. It was like aliens and yeah, ballet classes. 8 of Cups, leaving behind the old, transition, walking away, baby steps, overcoming. Starfish, Easter egg, they regenerate. When you cut off one of their legs, it grows back. And so it's one of those things where it's like what's meant for you will always be for you. And no matter how much you keep trying to cut off your legs so you can't move forward, so you can't fail, so you can't succeed, so you stop going after those, pesky dreams, it's going to keep coming back. Anything that comes back never went away. All right? I heard this yesterday in the bathroom where I get all my good juju, like brushing my teeth. I think it's because I'm near all this water, okay? Bath time, shower time, anytime. It's this energy of like, feelings that come back are feelings that never went away. They were just suppressed. So when we're talking about your dreams, when we're talking about love, when we're talking about all of those things that are pushing you and moving you, you can keep suppressing them, air signs, but they're going to keep coming back until you go after it, until you walk away from where you are, you walk towards what you want. And this is saying it is going to take time. See, time. See the turtle? Where is he? There he is. Easter egg. It's going to take time. But you have your own shell of protection. You inside of yourself have the answers that you need. And now is the time to, look, he's inside the violin. To like really go inside and decide where you want to dedicate your energy. And therefore, where you dedicate your energy is where your life goes. Right? Like, what are you putting your time and energy into every single day? At the end of your life, that will be your life. Are you dedicating it to who and where you want to be? I'm who and where I'm meant to be. No change of heart, a change in me. All right, 10 of Pentacles. This is creating your legacy. Guys, this is such a, and I will admit, okay, I'm an air sign. I've had a lot of people the last couple days be like, what's coming up for you? Because I'm a professional actor. And I'm like, nothing. I haven't applied for a single job since the end of February. I had 3 jobs lined up for the summer. One of them's canceled. One of them's postponed. One of them, who knows? But I told somebody the other day, I said, I'm kind of giving up on this thing that I have I'm kind of giving up on the fact that I have talent. And they're like, sounds like something all talented people go through. I didn't respond to that text. But it's one of those things where this is, how many times have I gotten to this point, right? Like, how many times have you gotten to this point where you're like, okay, I'm going to go after it, and I'm going to put a little energy into it, and then that goes wrong, and then you're just like, I'm not interested in it anymore. This is saying that if you follow through, if you choose this path and you follow through and you step into your ability to succeed and you stop pussyfooting and you actually get into the energy to manifest, You create a legacy. You get to share your talent with the world. You get to leave behind the old bullshit and garbage that you've been wanting this dream as a vehicle to get out of the garbage. So let me get some clarifying energy here. Don't expect others to give you what you aren't giving yourself. All right. So if you're sitting around waiting for direction, but not giving yourself direction, if you're sitting around wanting somebody to make a decision for you, but you're not making a decision, if you're sitting around wanting somebody to come rescue you, and you're not rescuing yourself, there is no time limit. That does not mean to sit around and procrastinate. It means it isn't too late. You haven't wasted time. Okay, you might have wasted time, but you're not too old. It's not too late. You can start again. The universe wants you to. The universe is supporting you to, but you have to make the decision and not put that out on anybody else. We talked about that in the Instagram Daily Juju post today too. It's like, who are you going to for counsel? Because they're leading you how they would do it, not what you should do. All right. You mean the world to me. You are, whoa, Brad Paisley, what is it? But to me, baby, you are the world. I have found my path and my purpose. You know what path you're meant on. You know which path it is. You know it. And it would mean the world to your soul that has been so uncomfortable lately because you have walked away from it. It would mean so much. All right, moving on. I don't know if that was like a cohesive idea or thought, but we're moving on. Fire signs. Fire butts. What do you need to do right now? What do you do now for your best interest, for your highest good, for your purpose, for your happiness? You wise up and stop believing every damn thing you hear. I'll add, you see. You'd make the decision to just love the shit out of everyone and everything. I love how, like, the way that I pronounced that, it was like, yes, I mean love the shit, like, love you so much, but it, like, you can literally, like, love somebody out of their shittiness. And I know that that's not a thing. Like, you can't really change people, but I'm just saying, like, there's something going on there, fires. And you act spontaneously and stop being a boring twat. So, my fire signs. Number one, they're saying, stop believing everything you hear and see. What people project out to the world is not their truth. I love that. I love this idea of, there are so many people that like want to like creep around and look at people's social medias or whatever, expecting, that was a hiccup, it tastes like celery juice. You're expecting somebody to like air out their truth on social media. Number one, that's not really a platform for people's truth. I try to make it mine, but oh my. But it's also one of those things where it's like, people out there are going through a hard time, and instead they're posting their beautiful pictures of their food that they're making and all of this, and they're not talking about their struggles. The other thing is, nothing is as it seems, especially right now. So stop taking what you see and hear as truth and tap into yourself. You can't expect somebody to be honest with you if they're not being honest with themselves. You make a decision, why can't I say that word today? To just love the shit out of everyone and everything. And this is an energy of, like, love. Just tap into love. Love is the answer. And being angry because you saw or heard something that probably like 85% isn't true, just throw love at it. And stop being boring. Stop being boring, okay? I feel like some of you may have had a conversation with friends or lovers lately where they're just like, I'm bored with this. Like, we do this all the time. We have the same conversation all the time. Like, why can't we just love through it instead of having to repeat the same old cycles? That's kind of what I'm hearing. All right, Two of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Underlying energy is Nine of Pentacles. This to me is just like, you do you, but look at what underneath. Look at, oh God, it's the Seven of Swords, you guys. This is the, I'm hiding something. This is the lying, cheating, no remorse, codependent betrayal energy underneath the Nine of Pentacles. And that to me is saying a couple messages for my fire signs. Number one, that's saying like, stop hiding. You don't have anything to hide. Like, come out and be who you are. This is a card about being unique and individual and successful, supported, creating a 3D alignment. Guys, we talked about this on Instagram. This whole energy of your discomfort comes from the fact that what you want on the inside is not on the outside. And you have to decide, do you want to sacrifice who you are and your soul on the inside so it matches what you have? Or do you want to let this come out so you can create your heaven on earth? The second one is the better choice. Fire signs, you... if you're not being fully honest with the world, why do you think everybody else is being fully honest with the world? Right? Like, if you're not coming out and sharing your truth and your emotions and your desires, why are you believing other people who are talking about it? Like, it's just this really weird energy of wanting to take everything at face value and realizing that if you took, like if everybody took you at face value, would they see who you are? And I get, guys, there are some of us that try really fucking hard to be authentic and to be honest and open all the time. I'm one of them. And there's still little things inside of me that I don't share with the world. But and it gets frustrating, right? It gets frustrating when I'm like, well, I air out my dirty laundry. Why doesn't everybody else air out their dirty laundry? We can't expect other people to meet us where we're at. But on the other hand, we can have people meet us where we're at. To mean, if we're not living in alignment with our truth, why do we think everybody else is? Okay? So this is the time. I love the symbolism of this card. This is actually one of my favorite symbolic cards because Two of Pentacles is usually balancing coins and they're juggling, they're feeling it out, right? And here, it's even. His eyes are closed. He is feeling. And the weight, they're feathers. If you get still enough, if you get quiet enough, if you close your eyes and feel, this decision is not that hard to make. They're both feathers. You are making this heavier by trusting what you see, by taking everything at face value. King of Pentacles, abundance, social status, maturity, accomplishment, worldly success, King of Pentacles. Look up the Kingfisher symbolism if you want a little bit more detail there. And then we have the Five of Swords, self-sacrifice, defeat, surrender. I just have this big feeling for my fire signs that you are looking at everybody else and comparing yourself to them and trying to decide how to be more like other people project. And that is the entire thing here. All they're doing is projecting. There's a past life tie here that needs to be explored. This is Clarifying Divine. This is a printable deck that comes for free when you go to my Kickstarter and purchase a EARTHSIDE Divine Tarot. No matter how things seem, I swear to you, no matter how things seem now, you're about to have your prayers answered. And that's it. It's like you're investing in the human illusion. You are not alone and never truly separate. You're being thought of and watched over. All right, so one more thing here for my fire signs. I don't know if I'm getting anywhere. Like, I'm feeling very... You're being thought of and watched over. Are you trying to portray a life for other people to view to make them believe certain things about you? This feels like a big watching game. This feels to me like there are things that we're trying to be sneaky. We're trying to lay clues and hints. Kind of a little bit of passive aggressiveness instead of just going after what you want. But this is very much like, look, I'm looking at the social status of other people. I'm trying to be in high social status. I'm looking at other people's. And it's saying no matter how things there may seem, you're about to have your prayers answered. And so it's this idea of like, I'm perceiving things incorrectly. And that's all that really wants to come through for fire signs. If you closed your eyes and stopped looking around, you'd see that things aren't as they seem. And you are self-sabotaging yourself by comparing yourself to other people or trying to portray a life that isn't really yours or not what's really what you want. I almost thought this said, I thought there is a card in here that says not everything is as it seems, but this says sometimes things don't go as planned and it doesn't matter anymore. So to whoever that person is who's sneaking around on social media, looking at people's stuff, number one, people are never going to share their full truth on social media. And number two, things don't go as planned and it doesn't matter. There has to be an element of letting go. And this was the underlying energy for fuckery. You realize the only reason you hold on so damn tightly is because you don't know who you are without that thing, without that person, without that pain. So, yeah. This is also, they're saying there's a karmic thing here. There's a past life tie here that needs to be explored. And it is not that difficult to decide and heal if you stop looking around for answers that aren't there. You're not looking in the right place. All right, water signs. This is a long one today. Water signs, what do you need to do? Your best interest and highest good. You get calm and stop running around like a damn headless chicken. I think we've gotten that one for you guys before too. You land on your sexy feet and celebrate your newfound stability. You follow through on that idea because it's going to rock the fucking world. So to me, this says, water signs, you are on to something. There is an energy that is coming through, that is sweeping through, that wants to support you. You need to follow that idea. It's going to rock the world. It will give you new stability. Will it change things? Yep, stability. It will give you something to celebrate. And then you get to stop running around like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And you still might not know. No, nobody really knows what the fuck we're doing. We're making it up, making it all up. Jason Mraz, of course. All right, water signs. What is this about? Strength. I love that card. It's the background on my phone right now. Hermit. Yee, too many. There's like 5 cards that didn't want to shuffle back in. There it is. Oh, and it's in reverse. That's weird. I didn't think there were any in reverse here. I'm going to take it. So this tells me, number one, that you need to tap inside of yourself for strength and stop looking for it around you. Okay? Don't go to other people for strength. You can't borrow. Yeah, okay. You can borrow strength from other people, but this just feels like this is something you need to do for you. The lion is coming out of her heart. Her strength is inside of her. And I always like to mention, guys, that the reason strength cards always have a feminine energy and a line is because it's saying you don't need to be aggressive. You don't need to be, super rigid. You need to be compassionate and gentle and honest with yourself. That came out of nowhere. And that is the strength that's going to keep you going. Then we have the Hermit, introspection, reflection, self-awareness, solitude, spiritual advancement, and the Hermit. I'm going to keep going, you guys, because getting messages. So the 9 of Cups in reverse, this is usually like we're doing things for our satisfaction, and this tells me that you've been doing it for other people. Water signs. It's a theme, right? So this is like, I finally have the strength to move forward, but then I pull back inside of myself. I don't let the lion fully emerge. I pull back inside of myself because in the end, I'm still doing this for other people. I'm still worried about their joy and their satisfaction over mine. It's time to turn that around. When you go inside of yourself There should, okay, I don't want to should all over you. The process in your mind that tells you how is everybody else going to react, or how is everybody else going to feel, or will I be viewed in better light if I make this decision this way versus this way, that needs to be worked on here. Because, what is it? Happy wife, happy life, right? Like, you being happy, you being content is better for everybody else, especially if you're a feminine energy, right? I mean, that's that feminine strength card. So what's some clarifier on the strength? This is out of your control. Buckle up. It is what it is. I'm going to keep pulling some clarifiers, guys. This is Clarifying Divine. It is a printable deck that comes when you pledge. I don't know if I already said that, with the Earthside Divine. The Hermit. What's a clarifier on the Hermit? This isn't your burden to carry, so why is it still weighing you down? Oh, my sweet water signs. Move on without the closure. It will bring you peace and empower your soul. So to me, this is really just saying, oh, look at the underlying energy. Choose the higher road. You're better than these thoughts and feelings. All right, so this is saying it's time to choose a new strategy. That when you realize that something is out of your control, that isn't the time for you to let go of your strength. That's the time to build your strength. And that's not saying to grab control back. It's saying I can still be strong inside of myself, even if I cannot control what's going on around me. What I can control are my reactions and my thoughts. Emotions, really not that easy to control, okay? Emotions come to tell us that we are out of alignment with what we really want. So we need the emotions. They're our compass. The thoughts just want to fuck with you. So this is really saying, if it's out of your control, let it go. Focus on what you can control. Your inner strength. Mind over matter, okay? The Hermit energy of going like, being like, all right, I'm going to go be strong. I'm going to do this. Maybe I should pull back. What does everybody else want? What does everybody else want? This isn't your burden to carry. So why is it still weighing you down? It is not your responsibility to pull back to keep other people comfortable. They need to get over themselves. If you being amazing makes them feel worse about themselves, make them level up. You can't. They have to level up. Do not lower yourself to keep other people comfortable or to meet them where they're at. Raise the bar. Raise the standard. Let them meet you. And when it comes to this not going after what makes you happy and your joy and satisfaction, it says move on without the closure. It will bring you peace and empower your soul. Some of you are looking for a specific response for when you lay back and do things for other people. And you're probably not even getting it. And you keep doing it because it's been ingrained in you. You probably watched your parents do it. But there is something coming that is going to rock the world. And I think it's you. Like you, not who you've been for everybody else. This fell out as I was trying to put the cards back. Speak your truth. Don't sugarcoat it. Be direct and honest. It will free you. So I hope that these messages resonate with everybody, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Full moon tomorrow. Woo! This one's going to be fun.